Imagine a world where a lion could mate with a house cat or a hare with a rabbit. Sounds fascinating, right? But did you know such hybrids were never born? Welcome to a realm where science meets imagination, where creatures of different species are brought together in an attempt to create something extraordinary. From the depths of scientific laboratories, biologists have been trying to crossbreed distantly related species, a venture that has produced some intriguing yet puzzling results. Picture a yakao or a beefalo, a blend of two creatures as different as chalk and cheese. These experiments, however, have often met with limited success, with most hybrids failing to develop beyond the early stages. Even more tantalizing are the attempts to mate house cats with larger felines like lions. These ventures have shown some progress in controlled environments, but viable offspring remain a distant dream. Similarly, the idea of combining rats with rabbits or frogs with salamanders has been explored with limited success due to genetic incompatibility. So gear up as we embark on a countdown of the top 10 strange hybrids that were never born. Let's dive into the world of the unimaginable and explore these strange hybrids that never saw the light of day. Starting at number 10, we have a peculiar combination of yakao and beefalo. In the realm of scientific experiments, crossbreeding these two distant relatives has been attempted but with limited success. The yakao, a hybrid of yak and cow, and the beefalo, a mix of buffalo and domestic cattle, might seem like probable partners in the genetic dance, but alas, the rhythm just doesn't match up. The challenge lies in the genetic makeup of these two species. Despite their similarities, the genetic compatibility is not quite there, causing most hybrids to falter in their early stages of development. Picture a jigsaw puzzle with pieces from two different boxes. Some pieces might look like they fit together, but upon closer inspection you realize they just don't belong. The dynamics of sperm competition and fertilization further complicate this process. Despite the fascinating promise of a yakao-beefalo offspring, the reality of science and genetics keeps this dream at bay. Interesting, isn't it? Well, the list is just getting started. At number 9, we have a hybrid that seems straight out of a fantasy book, a combination of a house cat and a lion. Imagine for a moment the enchanting idea of a miniature lion purring on your sofa or a large, majestic house cat prowling the savannah. Intriguing, isn't it? Over the years, there have been scientific attempts to crossbreed these two species. The rationale behind these experiments was to unravel the mysteries of genetic compatibility and fertilization dynamics. The progress made in the lab was commendable, but the end goal of viable offspring remained unattained. Why, you may ask? The answer lies in the genetic makeup of these two felines. Despite their shared ancestry, house cats and lions have significant genetic differences that pose a challenge to successful hybridization. Even in a controlled lab environment, the fertilization process often fails due to the incompatibility of the sperm and egg cells of these two species. Makes you wonder about the possibilities, doesn't it? Moving on to number 8, we have a combination that may seem a bit unsettling: rats and rabbits. Now here's a blend that might have you scratching your head. In historical attempts to blur the lines of nature, scientists ventured into the realm of the unknown, experimenting with the fertilization of rat and rabbit eggs. In these scientific endeavors, they encountered a substantial roadblock: limited success. The reason? Genetic incompatibility. You see, every species carries its own unique genetic code, a distinct blueprint of life. When we try to mix the genetic codes of two species as dissimilar as rats and rabbits, the result is often a misfire. The genetic differences between these two species are so vast that successful crossbreeding is virtually impossible. And even if fertilization occurs, the hybrid embryos rarely develop beyond the early stages. It's a stark reminder that nature, with its intricate laws and systems, is not so easily tampered with. Nature surely has its own ways, doesn't it? At number 7, we have a combination that may seem a bit slimy: frogs and salamanders. Now, these two amphibians might seem similar, but they're quite different, and their hybridization has been a topic of scientific exploration. These experiments were designed to explore the dynamics of sperm competition and fertilization. Interestingly, they revealed some intriguing patterns of fertilization success. It turns out not all sperm are created equal, and the scale tips heavily in favor of the species of the egg donor. A frog's sperm, for instance, has a tough time penetrating a salamander egg, However, despite these fascinating findings, the creation of a viable frog-salamander hybrid remains elusive. The genetic incompatibility between these two species is a significant barrier, causing most hybrid embryos to cease development at early stages. It's a reminder that nature has its boundaries, and sometimes those boundaries are not meant to be crossed. The world of hybrids is truly a fascinating one. Halfway through our list at number 6, we have a combination that may seem quite cute: hares and rabbits. Despite their fluffy appearances and similar features, hares and rabbits are distinct species with their own unique genetic codes. Over the years, scientists have tried to blur these lines to create a hybrid of the two. These attempts, however, have been met with limited success. The genetic incompatibility between hares and rabbits has proven to be a significant hurdle. The complex dynamics of sperm competition and fertilization further complicate the process, making the creation of a viable hare-rabbit hybrid an elusive goal. It's a fascinating testament to the intricate and delicate nature of genetics and reproduction. Despite the best efforts of science, the hare-rabbit hybrid remains a creature of our imagination. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the world of unborn hybrids. As we enter the top 5, the hybrids get even more intriguing. Let's dive right into the heart of scientific curiosity and ambition, where the lines of species blur and new possibilities emerge. Coming in at number 5, we have the attempt to create a hybrid of a pig and a human. This experiment was driven by the hope of producing organs suitable for transplantation into humans. However, the experiment was not successful due to the vast genetic difference between the two species. Nonetheless, the endeavor to create such a hybrid has sparked a multitude of ethical debates, making it one of the most controversial entries on our list. At number 4, we have a combination that might seem out of a fantasy novel: the fusion of a wolf and a dolphin. In a laboratory setting, scientists attempted to combine the two species, hoping to create a creature that could thrive both on land and in water. However, the experiment ended in failure, as the genetic incompatibility between the two species proved to be an insurmountable obstacle. Our number 3 spot goes to a hybrid that seems more plausible: a cross between a horse and a zebra. Known as a zorse, these hybrids do exist in nature, but are generally infertile. In a controlled experimental setting, scientists hoped to overcome this barrier and create a fertile zorse, but their attempts were unsuccessful. The reasons for this are complex and involve a mismatch in the number of chromosomes between the two species. The runner-up on our list is a bird-mammal hybrid, specifically a cross between a chicken and a rabbit. The aim of this experiment was to create an organism that could produce both eggs and meat efficiently. However, the genetic gap between birds and mammals proved to be too wide, resulting in an unsuccessful outcome. And finally, at the number 1 spot, we have the most ambitious hybrid that was never born: a cross between a human and a chimpanzee. Despite our close genetic relationship with chimps, this experiment failed due to the intricate complexities of human genetics. This hybrid, often referred to as a human Z, has been the subject of numerous debates regarding ethics and the boundaries of scientific exploration. It's fascinating to think about what could have been, isn't it? And that brings us to the end of our journey into the world of unborn hybrids. We've delved into the fascinating, albeit unsuccessful, attempts to crossbreed distantly related species, from the yakows and beefaloes to the house cats and lions, even rats and rabbits. We've also seen the complex dynamics of fertilization through the experiments involving frogs and salamanders and hares and rabbits. Each of these experiments has contributed to our understanding of genetics and fertilization, despite their lack of viable offspring. They've shown us the limitations of crossbreeding and the intricate balance of nature. The patterns of success and failure have shed light on the principles of reproductive biology and the intricate dance of life at the cellular level. While these hybrids were never born, they have nonetheless left a lasting impact on the scientific community, offering lessons in perseverance, innovation, and the respect for nature's boundaries. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey. Please subscribe to Unbelievable Top 10 for more intriguing content.